Today we are starting with power system revision and we will be covering every lesson per video. So in this particular video we will be covering some important terms in question, basically rating, so voltage, current, MVA, when they are given in question what to consider. Then we will be looking basic structure of transmission line. Then we will look into what exactly you mean by load curve. We'll see one of the shortcut in load curve. How do we find load factor, diversity factor, plant utilization factor, demand factor, then reserve capacity, plant capacity factor. We will see while calculating energy bill, number of units meaning exactly what. What does it exactly mean? We'll see what do you mean by average load, what do you mean by energy. Then we will be looking into some important terms like proximity effect, skin effect, Ferranti effect, corona effect. Then we will see into types of conductor like single conductor, then why we move to standard, then what are the improvement happening in ACSR, and an important formula like 3x square plus 3x plus 1 in ACSR, and then finally why we move to bundle conductor, what are the changes happening. Then we will further move into L calculation. In L calculation, we will be looking altogether 6 cases. Okay, so cases goes like single phase, single wire, single phase, 2 wire. In single phase 2 wire, we'll look into one of the special cases as well. Then we will look into inductance calculation when current through every conductor is different. At that point in time, we will be using concept of self flux linkage and mutual flux linkage to find out the inductance. So we will see that. In that also we will be seeing one of the special cases, that is telephonic line case. Then finally we will be moving to case number 4, wherein we will be talking about loop inductance or total inductance. Okay, and there also we will see very frequent mistakes and some important points to consider. Then we will be further moving to bundled conductor. How do we do GMR, GMD calculations? Then we will see some special cases of GMR which frequently come in exams, so you can directly use those GMR and substitute them to get the answer. Further we will see, we'll move to 3-phase symmetric calculations. How do we do GMR and GMD for that particular case? And then we will move ahead to 3-phase asymmetric inductance calculation. In that we will see one of the special cases which frequently appears, and in that we will also see that inductance of each phase won't be equal. So LA will not be equal to LB, will not be equal to LC, and that how it leads to issues like unequal voltage drop and interfaces in telephonic line. And then we will see how we resolve it using transposition. After that we will be moving into capacitance calculation. In that again we will deal with 3 conditions, 3 cases. The first case would be single phase 2 wire, then we will move into 3 phase, and then we will see effect of earth capacitance, and when exactly we do earth capacitance calculation, and when do we straight away ignore that and find the answer via the normal process. We'll look into that as well, and with that we will technically wrap up our whole discussion. So I think it's right time to start. So basically let's start with the first point, ratings. So there will be 3 types of ratings: voltage rating, current rating, and MV rating. Voltage rating, current rating, and MV rating. So whether you will take it as which value is what we'll be discussing. So voltage and current in the ratings will be line RMS current and line RMS voltage. And when coming to MVA rating is 3-phase MVA rating. Okay, so it is value of √3 VLIL is basically MVA rating given. Fine. And when nothing is given in question, whether a system is a star connected or delta connected, we will take star as a default case. Fine. So let me revise one more time. Ratings whenever given, well, let it be current, voltage, or MVA ratings, will consider as line RMS. Okay, and root 3 VLIL is what is called as MVA rating, and star would be our default connection. Fine. Now let's move into a basics of power system. That would be there would be some generating station which will be generating electricity, that by step up transformer, since we need to transfer it through a large distance using transmission line, will be stepping it up. The reason for stepping it up is current would reduce. So if power is nothing but VI conjugate, if voltage increases, I would reduce, that causing I square R to decrease. Okay, so basically reduction in power loss. Okay, reduction in power loss. To do that, basically we do some step up operation, and then high voltage will be transported in transmission line. So with high voltage will be there for transmission line, and transmission lines are majorly made up of aluminum. Okay, and then while distributing it, we will be further stepping it down to roughly 11 kV or 33 kV to various substations, and further via service main we will be passing it to our households. Fine. So rough connection would be something like this. So A here is a main station, B would be B, C, D, E would be substation. So line connecting AB, AC, AD, AE, everything would be feeders, and the ones which will be taking your supply from feeder to household would be called as service main. Okay, so these are the frequently common terms. Now let us move to the concept of load curve. Again we will be seeing this concept in economic load dispatch, but before that let's quickly go through this. Okay, load curve. So what is load curve? Load curve is nothing but a graph between demand power in megawatt versus time. Okay, so question will be asked in two ways. Average load would be in terms of power, so that is area under curve upon time. So that is average load, area under curve upon time, and number of units. So number of units must be taken very much care of. Okay, units are always in kilowatt hour. Number of units are always given in kilowatt hour. So suppose you are given average load and time, and they are asking you number of units, so you will be multiplying average load and time such a way that unit remains kilowatt hour. So 1 unit is equal to 1 kilowatt hour. Okay, that is one of the important things. Now let us discuss one of the shortcuts here. Okay, to find out various factors. For that, what we will be doing is let's make maximum demand in between, and then average load as the so let's assume it as a square or a rectangle with maximum demand in center. Then right corner would be average load, left corner would be average load, then maximum demand 1 plus maximum demand 2 plus maximum demand 3, then the fourth bottom corner would be connected loads, and then rated capacity. So the whole flow is maximum load in center, then coming from left will go a clockwise direction. So average load MD1 plus MD2 plus MD3, then down connected load, and then the last one would be a rated capacity. Okay, so let's have the shortcut is, let's keep average load as a numerator. So average load upon max load is basically load factor. Okay, then MD1 plus MD2 plus MD3 upon maximum load is nothing but diversity factor. Maximum load upon connected load is nothing but demand factor. Maximum load upon rated capacity is basically plant utilization factor, and average load upon rated capacity is plant capacity factor. Fine. So, and one more thing is reserve capacity, that is maximum demand, rated capacity minus maximum demand, that is nothing but reserve capacity. Fine. I hope this is sensible. So let's one more time discuss or revise load curve. So load curve is a graph between PD in megawatt versus T, and then there are two important things, which is average load. So average load is area of curve upon T, and number of units is average load into time, but the units of it are very important. So 1 unit is equal to 1 kilowatt hour. Kilowatt hour is very essential. The next thing is our shortcut. So in between there is maximum demand, and let's start from left in clockwise direction. So first thing is average load, MD1 plus MD2 plus MD3. Then bottom would be connected load, and then comes rated capacity. Okay, so average load upon maximum load is load factor, MD1 plus MD2 plus MD3 and so on upon maximum load is nothing but diversity factor. Maximum demand upon connected load is nothing but demand factor. Maximum demand upon rated capacity is plant utilization factor. Average load upon maximum demand is nothing but plant capacity factor, and the last one is rated capacity minus maximum demand, that is reserve capacity. Okay, now let's move ahead and let's discuss some important terms. So proximity effect. Proximity effect meaning if when two wires are very very close, then the current will not flow through this part, okay, the inside part, rather it would flow through one half only. Okay, it would flow through one half, that is called as proximity effect. Then skin effect. So skin effect would be because of uneven distribution of the flux linkage. So maximum flux would be linking at the center. Since maximum flux links at the center and less at the surface, MMF at center would be very less. Okay, and that's why more current at the surface. Okay, since effective area would reduce, resistance would actually increase. Fine, that's the whole point. Then comes Ferranti effect. So Ferranti effect we would see in case of short medium transmission line when receiving at no load or particularly light load. At that case what happens is receiving end voltage becomes greater than sending end voltage. That is what we called as Ferranti effect. And the other important term is Corona effect. So Corona effect meaning there will be a corona loss, meaning you will see a hissing sound and a blue kind of spark near electric poles. That is called as corona effect. So corona loss is actually directly proportional to electric field. Okay, and electric field is directly inversely proportional to GMR. So as GMR increases, electric field reduces, and so corona losses reduces. So our whole types of conductors we will try to increase the GMR. We will see how we increase it further. So let me again revise those four important terms. Proximity effect, current flows through one half, okay, either through outer half of two conductors or inner half of two conductors. Then comes skin effect. So because of uneven distribution of flux linkages, the current would flow through the skin of the conductor. That means effective area technically reduces and effective resistance would increase. That is skin effect. Then Ferranti effect is VR is greater than Vs. And corona effect. So corona effect meaning that hissing sound or the spark, the green color spark which we see. So corona effect is directly proportional to electric field E, and E is inversely proportional to GMR. So if GMR is increased, corona loss would decrease, and that's why using bundling we'll try to increase the GMR. We'll see that. Okay, so let's move ahead in types of conductor. So single conductor, okay, single solid conductor. In solid conductor would be cylindrical, is uniform, sorted. But since it is a solid conductor, there will be skin effect. Okay, skin effect like this. Okay, skin effect will be there. There is no corona since it is a smooth surface, no corona. But since the since it is a smooth surface, no corona. But skin effect is there. Corona is not there. And since skin effect is there, A is less, R is more, implies I square R losses are more. To reduce this, basically we do stranding of conductor. Okay, we'll do stranding of conductor. In stranding of conductor, what happens? Skin effect is reduced. Okay, skin effect is reduced. Now it looks little bit uniform, right? But now what happens is these are sharp boundaries, right? This causes increase in corona. Corona losses are increased. Okay, corona losses are increased. Now here stranded में GMR is actually more, causing area is more. Now since there is complete coverage of it, A is increased, I square R is reduced. But the major problem here is corona is definitely there, and also mechanical strength reduces. Mechanical strength is nothing but given by sag, that is rho L square upon 8T. Okay, so you cannot increase T, you cannot increase. What you will do technically is the question. What you are going to do? So what we are going to do to reduce this sag, we can increase this tensile strength. Okay, we can increase this tensile strength, the T. Okay, to increase T we use ACSR, composite conductors. Composite conductors में बीच में there will be aluminum conductor and outside there will be normal conductors. Okay, so the number of conductors surrounding conductor is nothing but 3x square plus 3x plus 1. In this strength is increased, but again the sharp edges are there. There is no improvement in corona loss. Now, since there is no improvement in corona loss, we have seen that corona loss, we need to see some other solution. Strength is improved definitely in ACSR, but no improvement in corona loss. For corona loss, we have seen that corona loss is directly proportional to, is inversely proportional to R, GMR. Okay, so if we increase the GMR, corona loss would go down. E would go down, and in effect, the corona loss would go down. So to increase GMR, basically we are doing bundling of conductors. Okay, so bundling of conductors causing GMR to increase, E reducing, and basically corona reducing. And since bundling is there, you will further see that bundling, since GMR is increased, L is also increased and C is decreased. That means ZC, that is characteristic impedance L upon C, is actually increased. P is P max, power transferred is P max is EV upon X. X increased. Oh, I'm extremely sorry about this. I have told in the reverse way. When GMR is increased, technically L is reduced, C is increased. Okay, so ZC is nothing but rho L by C, that is all in all ZC is reduced. Since ZC is reduced, P is equal to EV upon X, may denominator is reduced. So power is increased, improved stability. Okay, so let me talk about this whole journey of types of conductors one more time. From where we have started and where we are ending it. Okay, so we have seen types of conductors: single conductor, then we move to standard conductor, then ACSR, and then finally all the problems will got solved in bundled conductors. Okay, so single conductor mein the biggest problem was skin effect. Okay, was skin effect. To reduce skin effect, we actually moved to stranded conductor. Stranded conductor में skin effect got reduced, but because of the corners, corona increased and mechanical strength reduced. Okay, that basically sag increased. Okay, so rho is sag is given by rho L square upon 8t. Length cannot be changed of transmission line, so we thought of changing the tensile strength, denominator T. To improve the tensile strength, basically we move to ACSR conductor, aluminium at the center and rest at the other end. So the number of conductors surrounding aluminium is given by 3x square plus x plus 1. X is basically number of layers. Okay. With this, what we have seen with ACSR, sag problem is reduced. Sag is gone. But so one problem is solved. But what about corona? Corona is still not solved. So we have also seen. So for corona, we thought of doing something. For corona, we thought of increasing GMR. As GMR increases, E reduces, and in turn corona reduces. So we tried increasing GMR. GMR could be increased by using bundle conductor. And when GMR is increased, L is also L increases, L decreases, C increases. So ZC technically reduces. Since ZC reduces, Pmax increase, causing improvement in stability. Okay, stability improves. So this is the whole journey of types of conductors. Okay. Now, since we have already introduced L and C, let's see calculation of L and C now. Okay, so let's start calculation of L. In that, first we will be dealing with single phase, and then single phase may different cases. So single phase single wire, single phase two wire. Then we will look into calculation of inductances when current through conductors are different. Then we will be seeing about loop inductance and bundle conductor. In that bundle conductor, we will be learning about calculation of GMR and GMD. Then we will move to three phase. In that we will see two cases, symmetric and unsymmetric, and we will be concluding it with the concept of transposition. Fine, so let's get started with inductance calculation. Single phase single wire. Okay, so it's a single phase, only one wire, and we need to find out the effect of inductance at point A. Okay, so inductance, net inductance is nothing but because of inductance inside, L inside and L outside. Okay, inside L is very much constant, it is mu naught upon 8 pi, and L outside is nothing but mu naught upon 2 pi ln d by r. Okay, so net would be what? Addition of these two are added to form the total. When you add it, basically you get the formula as mu naught upon 2 pi ln d upon r dash. I want you to focus on this r dash. R dash is nothing but e की power minus 1 by 4r, that can be written as 0.7788 r. Okay, let me again tell you, r dash is nothing but e की power minus 1 by 4 r, that is nothing but 0.7788 r. Okay, so your formula basically comes out to be mu naught upon 2 pi ln d upon r dash. So r dash is nothing but 0.7788 into r, Henry per meter. But mostly in question you are asked millihenry by kilometer. So you can straight away convert this formula to millihenry per kilometer as 0.2 ln d upon r dash millihenry per kilometer. Okay, this is one and the same thing but different units. Now let's say your conductor is hollow conductor. Okay, your conductor is hollow conductor. If it is a solid conductor, there will be inductance inside and outside concept. If your conductor is hollow conductor, do you think there will be any inside inductance? No. For hollow conductor, inside inductance is 0. So there in denominator you will get only R. Fine. Okay. Now case number 2, single phase 2 wire. सिंगल फेज 2 वायर में there will be one wire for inside going conductor and one coming out conductor. Okay, we should be seeing that. This is very important. If phase is 1 and wire are 2, the current should have two different directions. Otherwise you can get, if it is something like this, I by 2, I by 2, and the direction of current is exactly same, I mean the current is getting divided, that's all, then it can be a bundled case. But since you have current in different directions, opposite directions, we can call it as single phase 2 wire. In this, basically total inductance will be what? Addition of this plus addition of inductance because of second conductor. So that is L total into 2 if the radiuses are same. Otherwise it will be addition of individual inductance plus individual inductance. If both radius are same, it will be addition of both, that is mu naught upon pi L and D upon R dash. Okay, so this was with regard to single phase 2 wire. Now we are talking in terms of current in all the conductors are same, but what if currents are different? Then you cannot directly use the formula. We will have to use the formula, the concept of linkages. In that, what we will be doing is we will be looking what is self flux linkage, what is mutual flux linkage, and how we arrive at inductance. So let me tell you roughly formula. L1 is nothing but lambda 1 upon I1. Okay, lambda 1 is nothing but lambda 1 plus lambda mutual upon I1. Okay, now what is lambda 1? It is nothing but self flux linkage. Lambda m would be the mutual flux linkage. Fine. Now let us see lambda 1. So it will be nothing but mu naught upon 2 pi I1 1 upon R dash. Lambda 12 would be mu naught upon 2 pi. It is because of some other current, right? So there will be, let's say, I2 plus I2 ln 1 upon D12. Then same lambda 13 would be because of I3, and the distance would be D13. One thing you need to take care is, whosever flux linkage you are calculating, that current will always be positive, and remaining current you will be taking with respect to that particular current. For example, I1 is there, I2 is negative given, I3 is positive. In that case, I1 is definitely positive, I2 is negative, I3 is negative. Let's say I1 was negative, I2 is positive, I3 is negative. In that case also you will take I1 as positive only. Whosever flux linkage you are calculating, that current will be always taken positive, whether it's positive or negative. Now since it has become from negative to positive, rest conductor mein direction will change. So I2 will become positive to negative, I3 will become negative ka positive. Okay, yeah. So inductance is nothing but flux linkage upon its own current. Okay, that flux linkage is self flux linkage plus mutual. Self flux linkage is what? Mu naught upon 2 pi I1 ln 1 upon R dash. Mutual would be what? Mu naught upon 2 pi I2, let's say, ln 1 upon D12, and so on. We will calculate whole lambdas, and then we will divide it by whole flux linkages, and we will divide it by I1 to get L1. Now comes the special case. Usually questions are asked based on the concept of telephonic line. So let's say there are two conductors, I and let's say I1, I2, and then there will be two telephonic lines, and the distance will be given D1, D2, D1, D2 kind of thing, and they will ask you to find out EMF. So EMF is nothing but omega lambda T1 minus omega lambda T2. Lambda T1 and lambda T2 can be easily found out. Okay, you will find out flux linkage due to I1, you will find out flux linkage due to I2, that would be lambda 1, lambda T1 and lambda T2, and omega lambda T1 minus lambda T2 modulus would give us EMF. Fine. So this is special case, one of the special cases with respect to flux linkage concept. Fine. Now there is one of the confusions in loop inductance, so we will look into that. Loop inductance is again same. No, the current going and outside. So loop inductance would be what? Obviously twice the individual inductances. Okay, जा रहा है और बाहर आ रहा है. But then there is a play of word happening there. If length of each conductor is given or length of transmission line is given, let's say length of each conductor or length of transmission line is given, and if you are asked total inductance, in that case what you will do, you will use single phase single wire concept. Let's say if you are using, then you will be multiplying it with the length of each conductor or length of transmission line 2 into that particular thing. If length of conductor is given, let's say this is so going and outgoing, this together is calling it as conductor. If that is given, you are not required to use that particular thing, if because 2 is already considered in that. Fine. So basically what is the point? Now if you are using already single phase 2 wire ka formula, you need to add only one length. If you are using single phase single wire, you need to add double the length, because you need to cover incoming and outgoing both. If you are calculating it for 2 wire, already you have done into 2, right? In while calculating itself, twice is done. So here only length of transmission line would suffice. Okay. Just one tip here, just see the words properly, whether conductor of each length is given or total conductor is given or transmission line. If total conductor is given, meaning it is given already twice the transmission length. If conductor of each length TL is given, meaning it is just a one side length. Okay, this length only. This length you have to consider as again X. Okay. Next cases, so we have already seen single phase single wire, single phase 2 wire, and then we've seen flux linkages concept because of currents, different currents. We have seen the concept of total inductance or loop inductance. Now we'll be looking at the concept of bundled conductor. So bundled conductor में there are two things, GMR and GMD. GMR माने my self. Suppose this is the current, this is the bundle. Now how will you identify? You must be seeing, looking and thinking that similar thing you have seen in single phase 2 wire also, and again in bundle same thing has appeared, but I want to focus you here. The current is getting divided. The current direction is not changing. It's not the same magnitude current with a different direction, incoming and outgoing. It's the same current getting divided, and that's how you can identify it as a bundled conductor. Now what we will do is, for GMR, all conductors in my bundle, what I'll do is my conductor, my radius into the distance between my other counterpart, then counterpart ka radius, and then distance between us. So r dash d ki power 1/4. Similarly for this bundle, let's talk from conductor number 1. So r dash d and r dash d and d. Similarly for conductor 2, it will be r dash d d. For conductor 3, let's say r dash d d. So total 9 terms, 1 ki power 9. There are some 4 important GMR which frequently come, so I would rather request you to revise it and memorize it if it's possible. So if it is this kind of structure, it is 2.17 R, it is 1.72 R, then the 4 conductors 2.14 R and 1.46 R. Okay, one more time. This thing is 2.17, this thing is 2.14. Now 2.17, 1.72, 2.14, 1.46. Okay, let's revise one more time since these are very important. 2.17, 2.14, 2.17, 1.76, 1.46. Okay, let's keep on revising them and eventually we will remember them. 2.17, 2.14, 1.76, 1.72, 1.46 R. Okay. Now GMD, मेरे से मेरे बाजू वाले बंडल के सारे कंडक्टर्स, सिमिलरली मेरे दूसरे कंडक्टर से मेरे बाजू वाले बंडल के सारे कंडक्टर्स, दैट इज नथिंग बट GMD. So GMD is going to be same. GMD is तुम्हारा GMD, मेरा GMD, GMD of a system. GMD is always of a system. Okay. GMR of conductor of bundle A and bundle B will be different, है ना, क्योंकि वो सेल्फ है. बट GMD तो यार मेरे से सबका डिस्टेंस, फिर दूसरे से बाजू वाले सबका, तीसरा मेरा वाला भाई से बाजू वाले घर के सबका डिस्टेंस, दैट इज़ गोइंग टू बी सेम. बट GMR इज़ मेरे एक भाई का दूसरे भाई से तीसरे भाई से डिस्टेंस, फिर मेरे दूसरे भाई का फर्स्ट भाई से और दूसरे भाई से डिस्टेंस, फिर मेरे थर्ड भाई का फर्स्ट भाई से और दूसरे भाई से डिस्टेंस की पावर 1/4, 1/9. Okay, similarly GMR would be different, but GMD of a system is same. Okay, and net inductance would be LA plus LB. Fine, समझ गया ना ये. Now one Mentos trick is, unless ever mentioned in question, whether it's single phase 2 wire, single phase single wire, you know, whatever, unless it is mentioned total inductance or loop inductance, never take as LA plus LB plus LC. Never ever do that. Take it as per phase only. That is single phase, single wire only. Single phase. That means mu naught upon 2 pi ln d upon r. This is the one to be considered, unless mentioned total inductance or something like that. Fine. Now let's move to the symmetric part. So symmetric में symmetric case in 3 phase. Okay, so let's get started with 3 phase network. In that there will be 2 cases, symmetric and unsymmetric. So when the phases are at equal distance from each other, here example DDD, then we call it as symmetric. And when they are different, the distance is different, then we call it as asymmetric. Okay, so in symmetric GMR, in symmetric asymmetric both, it will be same. The trick lies in GMD calculation. So GMD is nothing but GMD of A into GMD of B, GMD of C की power 1/3. Okay, since it is symmetric, GMD of A will be equal to B equals to C. So that comes out to be mu naught upon 2 pi ln d upon r dash LA. That is single phase single wire. That is equivalent to single phase single wire का inductance. Okay. So let's so that's how we'll be able to calculate. So calculation of 3 phase symmetric is equivalent to single phase single wire. But when it comes to 3 phase asymmetric, we see the distance between them is x, y and z respectively, different phases. So in that case also GMR would be same in all the 3 cases. But coming to GMD, GMD of A into GMD of B into GMD of C whole की power 1/3, that will be different. GMD of A will be nothing but AB plus AC, AB into AC की power 1/2. GMD of B is nothing but AB BC की power 1/2. GMD of C is nothing but CB CA की power 1/2. And this, since these are 3 terms, it will be whole की power 1/3. In special case, when conductors are this way placed, it is GMD is nothing but x y z की power 1/3. Okay, so mu naught upon 2 pi ln x y z की power 1/3 upon r dash will be L of A. But LA will not be equal to LB, will not be equal to LC. Okay, because of this, what will happen is unbalanced terminal voltage and interface in telephonic line. That will cause I mean, these are the issues causing because of unequal inductances, and that can be resolved by using transposition. We'll be using transposition to resolve this. Okay, now one last topic remains, which is capacitance calculation. So in capacitance calculation also, again we will say single phase 2 wire and single 3 phase capacitance calculation. Okay, single phase 2 wire में it is very simple. CAB would be 2 pi epsilon naught ln d upon r. One main thing, very important thing is, in inductance calculation we'll do r dash. In capacitance there will be only r. Okay, so CAB is nothing but 2 pi epsilon ln d upon r. For three phase also it will be 2 pi epsilon naught upon ln d by r, but that will be nothing but line capacitance. Okay, line capacitance. For phase it will be CAN, CBN will be nothing but equal to 2 CAB, series combination. So here 2 CAB. Okay, so CAB phase value will be pi epsilon naught upon ln d by r. Okay, and so this is nothing but line value. Phase value per phase will be 2 pi epsilon naught ln d by r. Line to line will be pi upon epsilon naught ln d by r. Okay, then coming to effect of earth on capacitance, that's case 3. So because of ground also there will be capacitance. Okay, so in that case our phase capacitance CAL will be modified by 2 pi epsilon naught ln d by r root of 1 plus d square, d by 2h का whole square. Again I'll tell, CAN is 2 pi epsilon naught ln d by r root of 1 plus d by 2h whole square. Okay, that is per phase. Line would be by 2 of that. Okay, then if in question asked capacitance of conductor to ground, so you will find out capacitance conductor with ground, with earth effect, and minus you will do calculation of capacitance without ground effect. The remaining one you will be getting capacitance between the conductor and the ground, that is 2 pi upon epsilon naught ln d by r into root of 1 plus d upon 2h square minus 2 pi epsilon naught ln d by r will give you CAG. Okay, now note point is capacitance of earth. This is a complex formula, so you will be using this formula only when options are very far away. If options are not far away, then you can straight away do 2 pi epsilon naught ln d upon r. That will give you very much close answer. Okay, so points to remember we have already seen. We need to take care whether length for total loop conductance inductance calculation, whether length of each conductor is given, length of transmission line given, or length of total conductor is given. Okay, and we have also seen, unless mentioned total inductance or loop inductance, we will always use single phase single wire cases only. And another important thing is for XL XC calculation. Here we are doing L in, let's say, millihenry per kilometer, or we do C calculations in farad per meter. If XL or XC is asked, first multiply L into distance, C into distance, then substitute in formula. Okay, don't substitute first and multiply it with length. Always multiply L and C with length and then find XL and XC. Okay, so that's all about this particular chapter. Let's wrap it up. Thank you. We'll see next chapter, performance analysis of transmission line. In that we'll see about short, medium, long. We'll see power flow surges. Fine. Okay, thank you.